Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine Lier. This is Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Now also available on Apple TV and Roku. Happy Friday feels, y'all.
Happy Friday.
That's right. It's all about dating, love, and relationship, and a lot of love going on. But we're going to talk about the science of being single versus relationship. It's actually a topic we've been talking about a lot on Fridays, and there's a lot of content. So we keep getting requests to talk more about it. So let's do it. And we have amazing guests in the house who love what they do. So we're going to ask them about how they've found that secret for themselves.
Love it.
Absolutely. So how long is a long time, right? I love this new song. We have the recording artist Shannon Kay in the studio this morning. Hello, Shannon. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
We are absolutely loving your new single. Everyone is, right?
Thank you, thank you.
And Catherine Bayless, I'm so excited. Her show, Hit the Floor, is coming back next week on BET Season 4.
Yay!
Oh, you are bringing back the heat, girl. She is so sexy. She's a Southern Spitfire. I love her as Kelly, right?
Y'all are so sweet. Bless your heart.
Somebody once told me what bless your heart really means.
That was not me. That was actually a nice bless your heart.
Okay, all right. I'm going to hold you to that. And Amy Tangerine representing, she is a walking, living brand. Look at those tangerines. Good morning, Amy.
Hello. So happy to be here.
We're so happy you are here. You all bring such light to the show. Here on Good Morning La La Land, we like to know what your morning routine is. How do you start your day, Amy?
So I start my day with a big glass of water, and I do a little journaling routine for 5 minutes. It's no pressure, nobody has to see it, and it really helps land me in a good place to start my day.
Wow. What about you, Catherine? How do you start your day?
I'm one of those girls where it's coffee first. And then I actually have been doing apple cider vinegar. Like a little, like 2 tablespoons of it, and it gives you like a lot of energy. I had no idea, and it helps with your skin. And I'm a runner, so usually I'll drink my coffee, read my emails, and then go for a run.
Okay, I'll do what they're doing.
Yeah, it's working for them.
No, what is it that they say? I'll have what she's having. That was a great movie. Shannon, what about you? How do you start your day?
To be honest, I am not a morning person. I get up, I look at the time, and I go back to sleep. But sometimes, you know, I wake up and I do my vocals. I kind of, you know, have some throat kind of like warm water to kind of like get up again, and coffee sometimes. So yeah, that's how I start my day.
Well, thank you, ladies, so much for being here. We're really excited to talk to you more later in the show.
Thank you.
Right? It's going to be a hot day, you guys. It's going to be 108 degrees in Malibu, so who knows how hot is it going to be in LA?
That's legit hot.
That's like
108 degrees.
The fire emojis are just shooting all over Los Angeles today. Holy cow.
I know,
I'm
scary.
definitely going to have to go to the beach. First, I'm going to go to the Bloggers Who Brunch at the Grove. Really exciting event. It's going to be this Sunday, July 8th. If you're in La La Land, totally free. You have to RSVP. Check it out, though. And they've invited all sorts of the top bloggers who are LA based to come. You can do a meet and greet. It's super inspiring and absolutely Instagrammable.
Wow, love it.
Speaking of community, you know, there's so many online amazing communities and people, and I do want to give our condolences to High on Life, the YouTube channel that the 3 YouTubers, they passed away. They fell, they were up on Shannon Falls, and I guess they were swimming in a pool up top, and the gal slipped and fell, and the other 2 were trying to rescue her, and they all fell 100 feet too.
Oh my gosh.
Really tragedy. But you know, there's so many people that are up to so many incredible things, inspiring us around the world, and you know, there's some risks. They took a lot of risks, those 3, and big influence for people to take adventures around the world. So just wanted to give our condolences for sure.
Yeah, to them, their friends and family.
Yeah,
Sorry
for
to hear
sure.
that.
I know, right? So what are you guys doing this weekend?
Boy, I don't know. It's tough to come back from, to be honest with you.
How much do you love when Rob
Great
says
question.
boy? By the way, I love that he's just like, boy.
Well, you know, it is First Fridays, so I always love that. So in Venice on Abbot Kinney, they have First Fridays. There's like food trucks and lots of people out and about. So I'm gonna check that out.
It's a total scene, you guys.
It
If
is.
you haven't been to First Friday and you're in Los Angeles, you should definitely check it out because they're featuring some of the best local artists in food, in design, and everybody there is gorgeous, by the way.
Wait, I've never been
pretty
here.
cool.
So wait, when is
Yeah,
this?
it's Friday.
First
So
Friday.
first,
Oh, I know
yeah,
that.
so the first Friday of every month, like all the food trucks come out. It's super
During
cool.
the day, during
right
the
on
night.
Abbot Kinney. Don't know exactly when it starts, but like 4-ish.
Twilight hour, magic
Yeah.
hour thing. If you want to make a dinner reservation, you should have like 28 days ago because everything is going to be sold out in Venice. But it's fun, and everyone goes on those scooters, those bird things.
Yeah, and the line ones now too.
Yeah, you need to like park 3 miles
Yes,
away
you
and
do.
then scoot in.
Yeah,
basically.
if you park in Malibu, you can walk down from to Venice.
But be careful because this one got pulled over doing just that.
on the bird. Yeah.
Can you
Oh, 8
get
miles an hour.
a DUI on a bird?
You sure can.
Totally.
Wow.
Pretty sure. You can get a, I think you can get a DUI on a bicycle.
So there's gonna be like a lot of birds that come in, and then there's gonna be like everyone's gonna Uber out. So there's gonna be like
That's true.
tomorrow there's
That's true.
all these birds
That's
down
true,
there.
yeah.
That's what they do. So speaking of community, yesterday I got to go to the Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center. I had an IPL for the first time. So if my freckles start getting blacker and blacker throughout the show and fall off my face, apparently that's what's gonna happen. I had no idea.
So what's an IPL?
It's a laser facial, a laser photo facial. So as we women age very gracefully, we get spots and living in the California sun. So I was invited to come and try out one of their new treatments, and I'm so excited to see what happens. Also went in their Beamer, right? So we had Dan Holtz, one of the co-founders, on last week, and he told us about this, and it's this like bed you lay on, and microcurrents go through you. I swear to God, I could feel like circulation in my arm that I never felt before.
Oh, wow.
It was incredible. I got out of the bed, it felt like it was a tanning bed, and I could see clear.
Really? You
I could
see more
literally
clear?
see her.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. Amazing. I'm hooked.
That's pretty amazing. I've got some friends that want to do LASIK. They should just go do that.
Just go do that. Exactly. That's all you need.
At first, when you said Beamer, I was expecting you to talk about a car. I'm like, no, I think that's.
I mean, I'll take
I'll
that.
take that too.
Yeah. What's going on with you, Erin?
I'm headed down to, my son and his girlfriend are down with the family down in San Diego, so I'm actually going down on Saturday down there. I'm not going to fight the traffic this afternoon, so I'm headed down early tomorrow morning, and just excited to get out of LA. I just think it's going to be pretty hot, and I think it's a good time to go down where there's some breeze on the coast, no question about it.
It is nice to get away because then you appreciate LA that much more,
Yeah,
right?
for sure, absolutely.
You're good about that.
Right.
You will.
But you guys, let's talk about the wisdom of the day, or the topic of the day, rather. So we have been talking a lot about the science of being single versus relationship, and I think it's a very important conversation because Fridays we talk about dating, love, and relationship, and we know that this time in history we have more single people than ever. There's 45% of anyone above 18 is single. It's on the rise. Marriage is kind of a thing that is beginning to either become something that's later in life or that is going away. We have different, our values are shifting. And I think it's fascinating. CNN has an incredible article. We did put the link should be in the comments. But that basically, you know, half a century ago, it was considered like, you weren't even considered an adult. Like something was wrong with you if you weren't married. And I think that people have began to realize that this is not the end all be all. And basically there's all kinds of things that we're having 9 times less sex. What's going on, people?
I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Online dating and total internet distraction. People are so ingrained in their phones and not with each other. Like you wake up next to somebody and they're on their phone. You go to bed with them and they're on their phone.
So true.
They're like binging Netflix. There's no intimacy. There's so many screens involved now that really that like just private time we used to have with people, totally gone.
Yeah,
Right.
it's gone.
It is interesting because I mean you have a lot of the science backing of the happiness of relationships. So say that again, just because I think it's important to talk about that a little.
That marriage doesn't make you happy, and the relationships don't make you happy, and that nothing makes you happy except you. I think that for me is like the bottom line. I mean, I think one of the challenges is that lots of us, I know I did for a long time, I would value relationships and marriage above love. And so for me, I think that's part of the problem. Like love should come before marriage and relationship. Like that should be the point and the intention and the purpose of the relationship and of the marriage. But often the marriage itself or the relationship itself becomes like the end goal. Like I just want to have a partner. I just want to get married. So that's, and then even above love, I'd say for me is happiness. And so whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're, you know, monogamous, whether you're not, it's really just a question of being happy.
Well, I think it's really interesting, you know, T Swift's end game, right? The end game is if it's marriage, and that equates to successful relationships.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't happen, you feel like you failed in a relationship, you failed at love, that's going to lower your self-esteem, right? So I know in my past relationships, I felt like if I did it successfully, they're going to want to keep me forever. We're going to have this happily ever after relationship and we'll get married, right? No, didn't happen. I felt like I failed in that, even though I gave it my absolute best and really showed up that wasn't what the end game was.
Right.
But it didn't mean that I didn't succeed in love.
100%.
Yeah, they did find that scientifically. They say that if a relationship doesn't go longer than a year, then people actually, it can affect people's self-esteem. And we know, from a spiritual perspective, that all self-esteem is within. It's just whether we consider that to be a failure or not on the outside. But I do think that today's world, we're so stressed out. We've got so much going on, the screens and everything else, that I do think that survival is simplifying right now. We have to simplify just to survive and not keep stressed down. And let's face it, relationships are complex. I'm 100% for relationships and 100% being single if it's an authentic thing that helps everyone thrive. But I do think that a lot of people are overwhelmed, and a lot of us haven't had great role models in the sense of relationship, so we don't really necessarily know how to work through those huge walls that a lot of us have to work through.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I think we're all inundated with information. We've got more coming at us than ever before, thousands and thousands of times more. And so that in of itself is a challenge. And then what happens is that our ability to focus atrophies the more that we are on social media, right? And so we're more and more distracted. And so your ability to regulate your thoughts and to regulate your emotion is deeply and truly compromised. So if you can't regulate your thoughts and emotion, you're screwed. You can't be happy. And if somebody else is depending on you, or you're depending on somebody else to help you be happy, you're doubly screwed or triply screwed.
Rob, I'm so glad I have you to help me regulate. I mean, you make it sound so easy. It is not.
It's simple, but not easy. It just takes a little practice. And you're actually really good at it.
Yeah, I don't think that we should look at science either. I think it's an individual choice, and what works for you is what you should focus on. Don't look at the stats, don't look at the science, don't look at whatever, what works for you and being authentic to that.
Yeah, the science basically allows you to make an educated guess, an informed guess. So science has basically found that a perfect life, let's say your life is perfect, you've got the perfect partner, the perfect amount of money, the perfect health, the perfect model body, and everything is perfect, all of that combined only accounts for 10% of your total happiness. 10%.
Yeah.
So most of our happiness, 90% or more, is all about the other things, like where am I focusing my thoughts?
Well, and perfect is unattainable, so I'll settle for exceptional.
There you go, Jack. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a little break. We're going to have some interviews with people that love their life, are totally fulfilled in their career. So we're going to at least dive into that, right?
There you go. Deep diving today.
Deep diving. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. We are so honored to be a part of making a difference in the world.
That's right, we're so excited. We have a special guest, Burt Ward. You know, as this Robin.
From Cake Crusader to Canine Crusader, this fan may have the biggest heart.
Well, I'm here to talk to you about helping your dog live longer and healthier and happier. Wouldn't it be great to have your dog live with you an extra 5 or 10 years longer? Well, you can do that. We have developed a special feeding and care program. It's called Gentle Giants. My wife and I operate the largest giant breed dog rescue in the world. It's a real charity. We take no money from our rescue. We take no money from our dog food. It's all about helping people have their favorite pet living with them 5 to 10 years longer. In fact, our dogs live up to 27 years healthy and active.
Wow.
Amazing.
We have a food that is absolutely wonderful. My wife and I take no salary from this. We sell it basically at our cost. It's in Walmart all across the country. On the East Coast, it's all about giving back people that love animals. And most people really love their animals. If you were to ask somebody, how long would you like your dog to live? Everybody says the same thing, forever, right? Well, they can't live forever, but we have dogs living up to 27 years, healthy and active, still running around like puppies. And our dogs are so healthy on our Gentle Giants dog food and how we feed and care for dogs. It's all those things together that our dogs only go to a veterinarian every 3 years. All we want is for you to have a chance for your dog to live as long as ours and as healthy. So that's what we're doing. Gentle Giants dog food, Gentle Giants dog food and products is our Facebook page. GentleGiantsDogFood.com is our website. Plus, for everybody that has a question, we have a 24/7, 365 support. You can call us any issue involving your dog, medical, behavior, feeding, care. We help you for free.
It is time to transition to Gentle Giants.
Yes. Our charity, Wowie Zowie, to the Batmobile citizens.
Hi, my name is Jessie Golden, and I am the creator of The Golden Secrets. No, hang on a second, sorry. Can we start over? Today's guest is the founder and CEO of Viva Glam magazine. Hang on a second. Today's guest is an 8-time stand-up paddleboard. Hang on a second, I'm sorry. The heavyweight, the UFC middleweight. I totally fucked that up. Hang on a second. Today's guest is a medical doctor who utilizes the I fucked up. Hang on a second. Oh shit! Really? Damn it, Andy.
She's like, I like the black. Most women do.
I hope you're filming. Were you recording?
She's like this.
Oh, thank God. I actually hope that you're filming.
I'll stop.
Those would be good actually for promotion. I know. Wait, I'm just getting started. Yes, a golden secret. It's no longer a golden secret.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LALALAND. I am so excited because we have recording artist Shannon K in the house this morning. Good morning, gorgeous.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. It's been a long time.
I see what you did there.
I am absolutely obsessed with that song. I mean, you have an incredible voice, an incredible vision. Tell us a little bit about your style.
Well, my style is, it's a little different and unique because I was born in India and raised in London, so I have kind of moved across like the globe, and so yeah, I think my style has changed throughout the the years, and obviously I kind of like to merge the Indian roots and music into my American and kind of merge that and present it in a very unique way.
And it comes off so gracefully. I mean, watching this video right now, you embrace color and you're very vibrant and classy and just cool, right?
So Shannon, I know that in today's world, the young women out there, I mean, it's hard. We've got a lot of pressure. We've got Instagram and filters and trying to get followers, and I know that they can sometimes girls can be a little mean. How's the journey been? Has it been hard for you?
Yes, it has actually. Especially being a brown girl, it has been very hard You know, social media can be very rude sometimes in people, and I feel like, you know, right now social media is at a level where, you know, it's the judge. You know, it tells you how you should look, how you should talk, and how you should be. But I think, you know, it's just that I tell everybody to be unique and different, and that's how, you know, people would love you if you stay real to yourself, and if you love yourself, you know, that's how you should, you know, be. So yeah.
I mean, and you've managed to do that, by all appearances, very well. You know, you've got over 1 million followers, you've got this great new song, but it is hard in the face of all of that to still not let things affect your heart. How do you do that?
Oh my gosh, like every single comment, it affects me in every way. It does, it still does. I was very sensitive back then, you know, when I started my music career, I used to take every single thing, you know, really close to my heart, which wasn't right. You know, whether people were like really rude or really nice, you know, I used to like think about it a lot, and I used to be like, no, but this person doesn't like my song, this person doesn't like how I look. But you know, as I grew up, and I kind of realized that not everybody's gonna love you, but you know, one person who's gonna love you is yourself, and I think you should just follow your dreams and, you know, just be yourself, and if people are gonna love you, then they're gonna love you. So yeah.
Amen to that. It's everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I called her, and she said, when I first went into psychology, said, really the only thing you need to know about psychology, Rob, is that 99% of everything that everybody says is projection. So if they ask you for a glass of water, the truth is they probably want a glass of water. They're just offering it to you as well. So I always took that to heart, and I find the way that you say it so simply and clearly, I find it so profound. Is there someone in your life that sort of inspired you to love yourself in this way?
Yeah.
Who is that?
I think my parents. They have always supported me, and they've always been there for me. Even my sister, she's, you know, she's like, you know, she's like my best friend. I never go anywhere around like without her. She's always there with me, and I feel so comfortable because, you know, these three people, they know me inside out, and I think, you know, they're someone I can be open with and real with, and they teach me so many things. You know, and I just try to stay as, you know, as humble and as sweet as possible. So yeah.
You are that.
And you've done that so well. A long time. Your new single, produced by Pooh Bear.
Yes.
Works with the bees. Yes. This is massive.
It is. Yeah. It's because I actually wrote a song about Justin Bieber in my previous album, and suddenly, you know, Pooh Bear comes along, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I gotta meet Justin. This is like, this is fate, this is destiny right here. So yeah, it was an amazing experience working with him. He's super talented, he's so humble, he's so down to earth, and it was just a blast working with him.
So, so a lot of your songs are about love and relationship, but as you know, the whole genre, people are obsessed with this topic. What do you think about single versus relationship? What's your take on it?
Ooh, okay. Well, you know, first of all, I just would like to say that I'm 17. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to have a boyfriend yet. I gotta ask my mom. But yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's kind of, I really don't know. I think if you're single and you're happy, that's good. And if you're in a relationship, as long as you stay happy, you know, everything is good. I mean,
Keep it up.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm single. I've been single for like, you know, the entire life. So, and I'm happy. I mean, I'm, you know, I'm living the best life. I have great parents. I have such good friends. I have a dream. You know, I have my music. I have my friends. So I think I'm really happy.
Good. Nice.
Where does the inspiration for your music come from? Is it mostly from your life? Is it from your friends and family?
I think my first inspiration was definitely my dad, because he was my first teacher. I think I learned a lot from him. You know, I used to listen to, you know, a lot of his musics, and because he's a Bollywood singer. So yeah, so it was really great to have a teacher in house, and he didn't just teach me music. He actually taught me like a lot more than just music. Like as an artist or as a person, how you should be determined or how you should like be passionate about music. And he used to tell me about his experiences and his struggle. So that really inspired me to kind of like work my way towards my goal.
Yeah. And now you're inspiring so many young women out there. I know you're working with your sister on an anti-bullying campaign. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, me and my sister, we kind of wanted to write a song about anti-bullying, and we wanted to tell people that we've gone through the same thing like everyone else has. And like I said before, being a brown girl is really hard and tough. Especially in the music industry, you could face a lot of racism. It's just that people don't notice, but the ones experiencing it can notice, obviously. So yeah, I mean, bullying can happen at any age, at any stage, especially through social media since it's so big right now. And so me and my sister, we just kind of sat down. We just we talked to each other for, a good hour, and we jotted down like a lot of things that, that have affected us and that we've seen with people. And we just wanted to kind of like, create a message saying that you're not alone, and, we've got you. And so yeah, I mean, it's basically a very encouraging and, connecting kind of like
So what's
song.
the campaign? How do we get involved?
Well, you can get involved anytime you want. Yeah, starting from now. It's so like the music video is gonna be out like almost very soon. So I'm working towards the music video right now, and yeah, it's gonna be like really great, and I hope everybody would like it.
We'll have to have you back on and we can show the music video.
Yes.
That would be so fun. We want to celebrate you and all your hard work and all that you do to really help inspire the people out there.
Thank you.
So where can people find your music?
You can find my music on Spotify, on iTunes, and they can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm basically all over the social media because it's just live right now. So you can get always like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. I'm like everywhere. So yeah, you can follow me, anywhere you want.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
Roll.
Drum roll, please. Part of the Focus TV family, Ms. Kelly Gores is gracing the cover this month. She is the filmmaker behind the Heal documentary. We have a very special interview with Mr. Mark Teschner, Ellen Racketon, and of course some incredible people. We have a special video about it as well. It's very near and dear to my heart because this issue I actually was the managing editor.
You did so much work, Jazz.
Yeah,
big shout out to Andy and you and everyone that's been involved for sure.
Thank you, Andy, for the opportunity to be such an active part in this community.
Speaking of empowerment, Jeslyn, you crushed it.
Right?
Wow,
Boy,
thanks, Rob.
you are a power player, girl.
I really appreciate that. I couldn't do it without the both of you. You are my enlightenment. You are my life school every morning. So thank you for letting me be a part of your community.
So for people that haven't seen the documentary, let's just give them a little overview of what is the documentary. We're going to show the trailer in a minute, but from your perspective, tell them a little bit about it.
Yes, so the film is basically showing people how incredible the body is and how we're designed to heal, and how big of an impact our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions have on our physical body. So as you guys were mentioning before, those 9 healing essentials that people, tapped into, only 2 of them are physical. The rest were mental, emotional, and spiritual. So that I look at as kind of the ratio for what you need. If you want to heal physically, you really need to bring in the emotional and mental factors. And we see it in the placebo effect, how what you believe affects your biochemistry and your physiology. So belief and the mind-body connection is very powerful.
Good morning, La La Land, and we have the huge honor of being with Lillian Garcia.
Oh my God.
This month, gracing the cover of the Influence issue
Look at
of
that.
Magazine. Thank you
Oh my
so
God,
much for
It's a
being
beautiful
here.
picture.
So gorgeous. Holy crow. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. This is really crazy. I mean,
It's beautiful.
you guys
picture.
have no
Yes.
idea what this means to me.
It does?
Yeah, it does. I tear up like so easy sometimes, but no, this is great. Thank you.
Of course, is the cover. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. And we have another little surprise for you, which is your article within the magazine. This is so amazing.
Holy moly, what is
going on? Oh my God.
When I'm out of town, I will leave that for my husband.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLaLand. Speaking of loving a good Southern woman here, we have amazing Catherine Bayless, gorgeous. Look at how gorgeous you are.
What?
It's
Oh
like
my gosh, look at you, gorgeous
actress.
lady.
Wow.
At 8 o'clock in the morning. And you
It's
too.
extra early.
You're
It's
gorgeous
okay.
too. We can't forget
That's
you.
okay. I think that
We are so excited. You're bringing back the heat. Season 4, Hit the Floor, coming out next week, July 10th.
Yes.
Wow.
10 o'clock, y'all, BET.
Yes.
ET.
I'm so excited. We had no idea it was coming back.
So tell us about it.
Well, we were on VH1 for 3 seasons, and it was successful. We thought it was coming back, and we didn't hear anything. And then, sure enough, last year, out of nowhere, we saw in the trades that BET was picking us back up. I mean, I was like, wait, what?
How does that
I
happen?
didn't get the memo.
Well, exactly. No, I called the show creator, which he was in Mexico vacationing. I said, is there something you need to tell me? And he was like, oh yeah, that. So it's true. We're coming back we're coming back,
Wow.
but on another network.
Wait,
Congratulations.
so they just don't, they're not in communication. You just get like, by the way.
Yeah. Seriously, it was on Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, and one of the dancers on the show saw it, and they were like, did you see this? I said, yeah, that's fake. That's fake news. And yeah, he was
That'd be
totally
real
true.
news.
Hey, I mean, we filmed the show. I saw the premiere last night. We saw the first episode, so it's real.
Wow.
It's happening.
The LA Devil Girls are back.
Yeah, they're back. They're back and full force. Yeah. I don't know how I'm still dancing this hard. Like
Right.
after the show's been on. We've been shooting it for 6 years because we did a pilot, and then first season was in 2013. So it's been going on for a while.
So tell the viewers about the show for people who have never seen it.
Okay, so basically it's about the professional basketball world and mainly about the dance. So there's 3 actresses on the show that play dancer and actress, and then there's basketball players. There's the coach. There's the owner. Dean Cain is was the coach.
I love me a little super band.
Yes, exactly. And Kimberly Elise was on the show. Logan Browning's coming back to the show. So is McKinley Freeman. So but half the cast is new.
Oh.
Yes, because a lot of people were working and they couldn't come back.
Wow.
Which is yeah. And Tiana Taylor is joining our cast.
Oh, cool.
But it's kind of showcasing the culture of it, right?
Oh yeah, for
money,
sure.
The
The sex, the fame, the scandal, and the jaw-dropping dances, because there's amazing dance in every single episode. Michael Roon is our choreographer, and he kills it every time. I mean, he's trying to kill me. I think.
And there's a lot of Southern charm. I'm sure no one is surprised in watching you. You are such a spitfire.
Right?
I love that. I love that.
you.
You've got a new Lifetime movie as well.
Yes, it just came out. It's called Deadly Matrimony. That's the 3rd title, by the way. Yeah, it was called Vows of Deceit, right?
Yeah.
And then now, I guess it's playing all summer because I keep on seeing the commercials for it. I'm like, yes, keep on playing. We like
Keep
them
on playing.
residuals.
that brings us to the theme of the day, which is really about the science of being single versus relationship. What do you think about that topic?
Well, I am
be
single
deadly.
currently, so recently single, but
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, no, it was a good thing. It was a good thing. We just couldn't work it out, and it was fine. But being single in my world is different than being single in Mississippi. So I'm from Mississippi, and so it's a lot of pressure because I was probably supposed to be married by the age of 22, and I'm an actress. I'm in the entertainment business, and it's hard, and it's really hard too being in my profession, because a lot of people don't understand us, like our schedule,
Totally.
and you know what I mean. So
What do you wish people understood better?
I feel like, well, I mean, you know, when you're doing certain scenes, they don't understand that, and it's all work, you know what I'm saying? And also, it's just like, oh, sorry, I can't go on that trip now because I just booked a job, and now your whole world has changed. So it's never steady. It's always, you know what I mean? It's always boom, 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 boom.
Especially in dating as an adult is weird enough, right?
Yeah.
Dating in Los Angeles is even weirder.
And dating in the public eye on top of that?
Right?
Yeah.
It's really hard, especially when you're a career-focused woman, and to release those expectations you've had on yourself from growing up in the South or growing up in the Midwest as I did, when we should have been married at 23.
Right, I know.
We would have already been divorced 2 or 3 times by now.
See, then there's that.
Yeah, exactly. So we skipped all those marriages, and now we just get to focus on us. It's a really interesting dance to manage that all.
It
it's
is.
deadly
Jess. That's what you did there.
It's deadly matrimony, but you do it so well with such charm. I mean, what do you think of life in LA as a Southern girl?
You know, I try to stay humble as all get out because my mama calls me every day. And I think that keeps me grounded. But being Southern is kind of fun here. And I actually lived in New York before I moved here. So I've lived in both big cities in the country. And I think that I've got the old Southern charm thing going on where, you know, kill them with kindness. And they're just like, they don't know what to do with me sometimes because it's genuine, but also the accent comes out and they're like, oh, I can't really be mean to you, or I can't really, you know, go off on you. I'm like, well, no. I mean,
That's the point.
Yeah. I love it, and I love meeting Southern people too here because it's very rare. And I have not met many people from Mississippi, so when I do, I'm like, can we be best friends?
There's 3 of us.
Who doesn't want to be your best friend? And you've got this great show on YouTube. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's called the Southern Women Channel. And I won't say the bad word, but it's called Stuff Southern Women Say. And we decided to do it about 6 years ago, and we filmed it, and within 2 weeks we had 2 million views.
It's hilarious.
And someone's like, y'all went viral. I went, what? What is that? I have no idea. I'm like, you had a what? I got a what?
Is it contagious?
Yes, I mean, I had friends from all over the country, and they were like, you did it, Kat. We were like, we did what? And my girlfriend Julia Fowler, she started it with me, and we're having such a blast doing it. And now we have like over 26 million views, and we just filmed another episode last weekend. It'll be coming out soon, and it's super fun. So it's basically, if you have it's a combination of one-offs, you know, and bless your heart, I'm full as a tick.
Full as a tick?
That sounds problematic. That sounds really problematic.
So, Catherine, obviously you've had a great success in your career.
Thank you.
What was it something that you just knew? Has it been hard? Has it just been something you knew and you just like, I'm gonna own LA now?
Well, I started in Manhattan. I went to school there for dance, musical theater, and then I fell into acting there. So I did all my studies in New York, but I knew from the age of like 14 that I wanted to be a performer. I wanted to be on Broadway. I wanted to I didn't know I was going to be an actress. Like that kind of came later. But I was a gymnast before everything. Wow. And my gymnastics coach was like, you're going to be an actress. I'm like, no, I don't think so. But I was like, okay, I guess I am. Wow. Well, I fell into it because I had a manager and everything. But the thing is, like when I moved to LA, people were like, you're just going to move to LA without a job? I was like, yeah. And so one of my friends was like, what if you're there for like 2 years? And you don't get a job? I'm like, then it'll be 2 years. Like I'm so focused, I'm going to follow this dream. Well, that 2 years turned into 2 days.
Wow.
I booked my very first audition here. Wow. And when I got the call, I was shoe modeling in Vegas. Shoe modeling. Yeah, weird. And I'm like, wait, I got what job? Like, yeah, you got that movie. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Oh my God. But I was like, this hasn't happened. But then again, it does happen because, you know, if you put forward the work, and you train and you just focus. My dad's always like, just focus. And it happened. But it's not always easy. I mean, you book a job, you book another job, and all of a sudden there's that long wait for another one. And I was so fortunate that this show came along. Basically like 10 years after I'd been here, and I didn't think I was ever going to dance again, and now I'm dancing harder than I ever have in my life.
You mentioned the long wait, and it's so important, especially for people in LA, or going gig to gig, or waiting for these jobs, or waiting for the next promotion. How do you manage that and stay positive?
I think because I have such a strong support system, and my mom and dad have always been my #1 fans. My mom keeps it real with me, and she's like, you're not doing enough. like, you know, but in a good way. And I stay positive through my friends as well, and I find other things to do other than my career. You know, whether it be go on vacation or just spend time with friends or go home. I go home a lot to Mississippi, and I think it really keeps me real. I have a lot of nieces and nephews now, so kind of obsessed with that. I'm seeing them next week. Nice. Hey, y'all.
I bet you're obsessed with you.
They kind of love Aunt Cat. I mean, they call me crazy Aunt Cat, and my little niece Adeline's like, she's like, you're so sassy. I'm like, how do you even know that word? But apparently
so
I am.
So where can people find all your shows? Obviously YouTube for that.
Yeah, YouTube, yeah, Southern Women Channel. And next week, July 10th, BET, Hit the Floor, coming back for season 4. And also Deadly Matrimony is on Lifetime right now. So
great. So exciting. You're just a blast.
Oh, thank y'all. Y'all are so much fun.
Thank you so much for being here.
Of course, thank y'all.
We're going to bring you back at the end of the show. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land. It was a busy week here at Focus TV Studios West Hollywood with some great new shows, amazing episodes, and a few of my favorite guests. This was This Week in Focus. Filming this week at Focus was Monetize with special guest and musical talent John Ferreter. We shot Reshape with Ali Landry with some very special guests, including Mr. Light Watkins. On the Model Mama with host Tara Turner, we had event planner extraordinaire Miss Pamela Roku. And this week on LA Unscripted was Jacques Silberstein, an incredible artist and amazing photographer. As I mentioned up top, we have some amazing new shows in the lineup, including The Ren Wood Show, featuring Laura Odegaard, the host of Focus TV's Millennial Life. And I was so excited for our new show, Model Talks, with special guest Anna Katerina. We shot City of Angels with special guest Lauren Roxborough. And I'm absolutely obsessed with our new show here at Focus, Purpose, hosted by Brittany Zonaker. This week she had a very special guest, Venus Moore. And Vida Yadini is hosting her new show, Sessions, and interviewed our very own associate producer, Ms. Victoria Simone. And it was a busy week here in La La Land. On Good Morning La La Land, we had special guest Tosca Musk, the creator of Passion Flicks, and the very first ever female NBA scout, Ms. Bonnie Jill Laughlin. And the star of The Bay, Christos Andrews. And Cherie J. Wilson celebrated the 25th anniversary of Walker, Texas Ranger. And sharing all of her Asian beauty secrets and wisdom was the creator of Pure Elise, Jen Yen. And of course, we rocked it out with Kaylee Shore. And we are always having fun filming here at Focus TV. Let's take a look.
Okay. I said Dr. Bishop. I'm just having fun. This is so hard. What else do I need to do? Oh. That's my life. That's too much talking. Do I just talk again? That was so hard. Thank you.
I'm Joseph Moyer, and we are #community powered here at the Focus TV Studios West Hollywood. Stay tuned for more on Focus TV. Proof that you can craft a life you love. We'd love to welcome to the show Amy Tangerine. She's an author and designer and an incredible inspiration. I'm so glad you're here today.
Thank you.
So nice to meet you. You're so, everything's colorful. Everything's colorful. Right?
Well, I had to wear this shirt, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Walking brand right here. Right? What I love about you and your book is that you've really been able to teach people how to channel their creative energies into actually creating something.
Yeah, because think about how many ideas you have and how many actually come to fruition. And people are so funny because they're like, oh, it's so nice that you do that. It's so great that you find time for scrapbooking. I just don't have the time. But we all have the same amount of time. It's what we choose to spend it on.
Yeah, it's so funny. One of my best friends, I went over to her house the other day and she's like, look at that, I built a lamp. And I'm like, you did what? And she's like, well, my husband has these empty tequila bottles. I just thought it was beautiful. And so I was like, wow, I'm so incredibly inspired by that because I feel like I don't have that DIY gene. I've got a great idea, but I can't get it all the way to the end.
Exactly
game.
who that is,
Yeah.
by the way.
Crafting is a huge industry. So tell us, how did you get started in this?
I've always been very crafty. My mom would set up projects for us on the weekends. I'm an only child, so I would spend a lot of my time being bored. And I would say, oh my gosh, I have nothing to do. And my dad would say, go make something, go do your thing. So creativity has always played this large part of my life. And it's just a dream that I've been able to make it what I do for a living. It didn't happen on purpose. It actually happened very accidentally. I was designing clothes in the fashion industry, t-shirts, and I was hand stitching them, and they got some traction. Cindy Crawford was photographed in Glamour magazine wearing one.
Some
and
traction.
It was
I mean, come on. This is an award-winning t-shirt line. Your designs have been in Bloomies and Neiman's. I mean,
That's
incredible.
full traction.
Full traction.
It's pretty cool. But what's so funny about that is that at that time I was in my early 20s, and it was great. It was a wonderful experience, but I felt like something was missing. And it wasn't until I went into a scrapbooking store that I had driven by many times. And I walked in and I just fell in love with all the stickers and it sounds so silly, but I felt like a little kid in a store where I could actually afford to buy things. And I just love the idea of capturing your memories in photographs and then putting these decorations next to it and alongside it to share with your family and friends.
Oh, I love it.
I wonder why people love crafting. I wonder where this all comes from, really?
I think it gives you a sense of fulfillment in a way that you can make something with your hands and you can see it from start to finish. And I think that's why a lot of people don't think that they're creative, because they're like, oh, well, I like that, I can admire that, but I can never do that myself. But I believe that everybody is creative.
I absolutely agree with you. When are you at your creative best?
Oh gosh, I am so funny because I think that this is how a lot of artistic minds work, and it ranges. It just depends on the day. So what I've really had to do is set myself up in the morning to be fully creative at that time. And I don't try to let anything bother me at the beginning of the day because I find that that could set you off, and I like to be in flow. So whatever that is to get me in flow is what I have to do and really practice that on a daily basis.
What does the flow feel like for you?
So, you know those times where you look at the clock and you can't believe that 2 hours has passed?
Yes.
That's what feels like flow. And it's usually not scrolling on Instagram, scrolling through Pinterest, although that does happen, and I think that that's a great place to get inspiration if you're lacking it. But at the same time, to me, it's all about the work.
Right.
So doing the work makes me feel better.
Has it always been easy for you?
No, I wish. And you know, a lot of people say that. They're like, oh my gosh, you're so happy all the time and it's so great. But when I first moved to LA, I had a company relocate me. They paid for my relocation. I got here, I bought a car that morning, and a week later, they let me go.
No.
So I thought that I would have this job. I didn't have a place to live. I was staying at the Viceroy Hotel. Not a good place to stay if you're paying for it.
With your brand new car.
Yeah.
I know, right?
And no job. Yeah.
Yes,
So.
exactly. But I found my footing, and my dad gave me a very wise piece of wisdom and said, you're lost in the right place.
Oh, wow.
And that was sort of life-changing to me, and realizing that I would have never taken initiative on my own to make this huge move at 25 years old, you know, only knowing a few people and taking that chance. And it's all about taking those leaps of faith.
I love that. You're lost in the right place.
Yeah.
And that's all of life, right?
Yeah.
He sounds really brilliant. Right? Yeah.
Well, you are, and you've channeled that into some amazing designs and collaborations on Amazon right now. Amy and Avery, tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, so I love the fact that I am actually partnered with Avery, and they reached out and they wanted to do a for binders and folders. And these
So
are just some
cute.
of them, and we have a discount code too for everybody.
Oh, I love a
yeah,
discount.
so we were able to create these designs. They're colorful and fun, and I love school supplies. When I was little, I used to play school and office. I know that sounds really strange. I had a very sad childhood. No, I'm just kidding. I had a very great childhood, but it was one of those things where I just spent a lot of time, you know, wanting to create something with my hands, and the fact that people can take these either for back to school or moms to organize their lives, I think in a tangible way, it makes sense to see it all in front of you.
Oh, absolutely. And be inspired by it. There's nothing more boring than a plain black bind, right? So to see something that's colorful and vibrant and inspires you to maybe want to get into that book and work on it or organize yourself.
Such a good point, Jessalyn. Because I played no school and no office. And if I had this, I may have played school and office. But I was just trying to get out of school the whole time so I could go play outside. That was it.
So tell us a little bit about your book. What can they expect if they grab your book?
Yes, so it's in the self-help and self-improvement section at our personal development section in Barnes & Noble. And it was actually something that was a passion project of mine. I had self-published it and did it on Amazon CreateSpace. And then it got picked up by a publisher. Abrams brought out the new edition. It's expanded, it's in color, and it's really about infusing more creativity, fun, and intention into your everyday.
I love this. So can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because I think it's a path that is undervalued. Lots of my favorite authors self-publish, and then they get picked up later by big traditional publishers. So can you talk to us a little bit about that? Like, how did that happen?
My mindset going in was, if I'm going to write a book proposal, look, nobody was knocking down my door saying, here, write a book. And so I decided that I would just put all my energy into writing the actual book. And it wasn't until I met an editor friend who said to me, you're never going to write a book until you write a bad first draft. And after you write that bad first draft, hand it to me. And I was just like, wow, this is just amazing. So I hired her, got some momentum, hired the book cover designer and the interior layout designer, all the things that I couldn't do, and really just got an awesome team together. And I put it out there without expectation. I just wanted to be able to make the money back that I had paid out to these professionals and these artists, and then I would be happy, you know, with the way that it turned out. And even if I didn't make up that money, I think I still would have been happy and pleased. If it made a difference to 2 people reading the book, then it has done its job.
It's so well curated. The pages are so beautiful. It's so inspiring. I love the quotes. Be grateful for everything that you have and all that you don't have. So true. And it's also a great way for you to actually incorporate what you're learning and do a little homework, right? I mean, so right here, you know, you can tell us about the activity, how it makes you feel, the notes. It's so vital to be able to have like a workbook in a book.
Yeah, I think that doing the work has to do with actually putting pen to paper. I mean, so much of the time we spend on our digital devices. This is an ebook and it is also available as an audiobook, but I think that having it in your hands and really taking it with you and journaling inside and doing the exercises really helps you achieve your goals.
Wow, just love it.
So we have to ask you about today's topic because it looks like are you married?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously the science of being single versus relationship. Tell us a little bit about what's worked for you.
Well, my partner and I were together for 9 years, and we decided in December to have a surprise wedding. We had about 22 of our family in town for Christmas, and we did it the day after and surprised them. So there were only 3 of us who knew, my husband, me, and the guy who married us, his cousin. And we just surprised everybody by saying that we're going to take a photo to watch the sunset by the beach, and for everybody to wear something that they want to be photographed in. And then we had everything planned, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was wonderful. Yeah. So I do love being in a relationship.
Yeah.
I think if you find somebody who you adore being with and who can walk alongside you and embrace the adventures, then it makes just life more fun. You know, the whole experience of life. And we have a son. We did things backwards. So we were together for 4 years, had a baby, bought a house, did all these things out of order, but in the other way.
Oh,
So
I just
great.
love that.
Totally inspiring.
Yeah. What qualities or traits do you most love in your husband?
You know, it's so funny because I don't think that he views himself the same way I do. I see so much potential in him, and the fact that, I mean, he ran 2 marathons in the past, I don't know, 3 months.
Wow.
And he was not a long distance runner before, you know? I mean, he was in decent shape, but he just made this shift in his lifestyle and mindset, and I'm just so proud of him. You know, I think there's so many great things that we all possess inside of us, and if we're able to share that with the world, that's the truest gift.
Wow, so powerful. Just love it.
Lucky, lucky. It's so wonderful. I love your work. It's so fun and so much color. Just makes my day happier.
I
see
know.
Things like
Thank
that.
you.
Absolutely.
Such a pleasure. And where can everyone find you?
I'm amytangerine.com and Amy Tangerine on most social media. I have an active Instagram and YouTube, so come say hi.
Okay, good.
Pick up the book at Barnes & Noble, order on Amazon.
Yeah.
Great, beautiful collaborations. Get ready for going back to school and come back for more on Good Morning La La Land.
We'll be right back, you guys. Stay tuned.
got this, girl. Here we go.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me laugh.
That was a good practice run, though.
It was a practice run, a little slow on the uptick. Let's.
Hi, my name is Jessie Golden, and I am the creator of The Golden Secrets. No, hang on a second, sorry. Can we start over?
I'm Wendy Brokaw. I'm Paula Marshall. By the way, this is politics, okay? This is not ticks. I hated it. Let's do it one more time.
Well, that's why I created Just a Thought meditation recordings, so that you can meditate in your sleep. Pause it there. Can you edit it in? Being new in town, it gives me a perspective on, oh shit, no, that was wrong. No, can we start all over? That's too much talking.
No, I'm an actress. I mean, you've seen me. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's like so hard. It's so hard. That was so hard.
Once you go chocolate, you don't want to stop it.
Oh, God.
I'll stop.
Let's do it one more time.
Bitching,
Didn't work.
complaining.
Let me do it one more time.
We're gonna do it one more time.
Ready? And action.
Do I just talk again? If you are vegan, you get a vegan broth. Jesus, guys. Fuck. I'm blah, blah.
I wish my boobs looked like yours. Where are they?
It's single issue. Single issue! Single issue!
Andy, did I make it fun yet? Thank you.
It's no longer a golden secret.
We're done!
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. It's Friday feels, and we're talking to three beautiful, brilliant guests about what they love about life and their work. And part of the question we've been sort of exploring today is just, you know, the difference between being single and being in relationships. The question I think I really have is, you know, what do you most love about your life overall? Let's start with you.
Me. I guess I love everything right now. Yeah, honestly, except for school, I think I love everything.
Yeah, except for school.
I think as I grow up, I think I'm just gonna like, you know, start hating on things. But I guess I'm 17, so I'm loving my life right now at the moment. So yeah.
That's cute.
I want to be 17.
I love everything.
No care in the world. I love my life right now. I think that everything is going as planned. You know, I did just go through a breakup, but I think everything happens for a reason. And I think that's some guys out there somewhere for me. So, and you know, everybody's happy and healthy, and you can't beat that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I truly believe that you are the creator of your own happiness.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to live in a way that is fulfilling and share my life with the ones who, you know, want to experience this amazing experience that we can all have.
Yeah.
And it's all about having fun, being intentional, and I love being creative. So
It's all about crafting a life we love.
That's
right. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV and Roku. You can listen to these interviews as a podcast on iTunes.
That's right. Like, share, and comment, you guys. Have a wonderful day, and may you live a life you love.
Absolutely. It's going to be a Good Morning La La Land.